How many times has someone told you to listen to your elders? Well, I, for one, always take the opportunity when I have it to sit back and listen to all the advice and the experiences and the stories from my elders, and I'm sure it saved me a lot of headaches and probably a lot of heartaches as well. Those who are more seasoned than ourselves have a wealth of knowledge that they could share us, but it doesn't mean that we don't have anything that they can learn from us as well. One of the first things that they can learn from us is how to be active. So it's known that seniors lose their desire to stay active. Unlike us, who were usually out and about working on our feet all day, chasing our small children around, meal prepping and making that conscious effort to stay fit for our summer bodies. The older generation doesn't really care about that too much. Still, it's extremely important for the elderly to be active to maintain their health and their overall well-being, and they could learn a lot of creative ways to stay active from the younger generation. The younger generations are known for their tolerance, probably more than anything else. So while the older generation is prone to be set in their ways, the younger generation, we're more flexible and open to new ideas and new suggestions. They were more accepting of others and of change in general. And elders can learn that change and just being different, isn't such a scary thing that they make it seem like it is. Generosity is a huge thing elders can learn from us. That's not to say that not all elders aren't generous, but it's more common to see someone from the younger generation giving to a good cause, donating to the animal shelter, or we're quick to think of karma and just give and hope that later on it'll come back and we'll get it in return. It's understandable that the older generation really holds on to their pennies and they're good at saving because they've been through multiple wars, depressions, recessions, and so they hold really close to their money. But I just feel like they could learn a little bit from us, and like we all seem to like to say these days, treat yourself when you're not feeling good. So one of the most important things the older generation can learn from the younger generation nowadays, especially during this pandemic, is in regards to technology. It was noted by Pew Research Center that 41% of the older generation doesn't use the internet, and 23% of them don't even have cell phones at all. So during a time where we seem to rely almost solely on internet and technology in general for connection, and we've lost that sense of touch and making eye contact, it's a sad statistic that there's so many out there who are just lonely. They're just sitting at home. They're not going out because they're in fear that, they're older, they're at higher risk to catch COVID. So they're just separated completely from their families. And that can cause a lot of health concerns as well. But with that being said, seniors are faced with many challenges when it comes to learning the technology. So you have your physical challenges. Some have difficulties using their hands. There's so many handicaps out there. They're hard of hearing. Their vision isn't as good as it used to be, as our generation's is. And just overall, just the learning curve in general of trying to understand technology. I'm younger. I'm only 27 years old, and there's so many things that I still can't wrap my brain around when it comes to technology. So I can only understand how it would be for someone who just gets thrown into this kind of thing. I know my grandma, for one, still has a flip phone. She just can't do it. And it's kind of sad because she misses out on pictures of my son and my sister and my family. And, it'd be nice if she would be able to, hop on the bandwagon of the technology of the smartphone. So the younger generation, we can help by taking time to get the older generation acclimated to the technology. So, for my grandma, we got her a tablet because it's easier for her to hold, it's bigger for her to see, and we changed the font size so it's easier for her to read. We got her a stylus instead of having to use her finger. There's just so many. We've organized her apps so that she's able to easily find what it is that she's looking for and that she doesn't get confused. There's a lot of things that the younger generation can do for the older generation to teach them how to just fit more into this new normal that we have. So with that being said, the younger generation, in my opinion, will never learn enough from those who have experienced everything, what seems like everything, before us. But hopefully the older generation can keep an open mind and be more accepting from taking pointers from the younger generation that can help, where we can help us navigate them through the rest of their years more comfortably. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.